see some intricate chess problems with great detail. Okay, the position you are seeing now was played in the game Edwin Adams versus Carlos Torre. It is White's move to play. What move would you play? Pause the video for a few minutes and try to come up with the best way to continue the game for White. Well, after Queen to d7, we should notice that if this bishop was not there, only this queen and rook is protecting this e8 rook. So we need to deflect this queen somehow. What should we do? First, we should accept bishop captures f6. And after bishop captures f6, black should immediately play g captures f6. And then, due to the messed up pawn structure in front of black's king, white has the advantage. But black went on and played the move bishop takes f6. And now, if you have seen bishop takes f6, you should have seen the move queen to g4, and this is the idea, my friends. If black plays queen takes g4, then after rook takes e8, we give a check, rook takes e8. Rook takes e8 is a beautiful back rank checkmate. So if your opponent plays rook takes e2 with the idea of rook takes e2, then he plays queen takes g4. But after rook takes e2, we do not need to play rook takes e2. We will simply continue with queen takes d7, and after rook takes e1, we will go with knight takes e1, and white has the advantage because he is materially up. So after the move queen to g4, you can go to queen to b5. You cannot go to a4 because white will simply play queen takes a4. So black went on with queen to b5, but now we shouldn't leave him as such. We should immediately play queen to c4, and now neither the queen nor the rook can play rook captures or queen captures c4 because then this rook would be hanging. So after the move queen to c4, queen to d7 is the only practical bet for black, and now we will simply go with queen to c7. And here black once again plays queen to b5, and now you need to be very careful. There is only one move that wins for white. Pause the video for the final time in this video and try to come up with the best way to take advantage of this queen to b5 blunder. Well, after this queen to b5, you might all be thinking queen takes b7 is the best way because my opponent cannot go to a4 because I will play the move pawn to b3. But the idea is black will not play queen takes b7 because rook takes e8, rook takes e8, rook takes e8 once again runs into a back rank checkmate. Instead, he will simply go for queen takes e2, and in this position, it is white who will get checkmated. Why? Well, if we play rook takes e2, then after rook to c1, we give a check, knight to e1, rook takes e1, rook takes e1, and rook takes e1 is a back rank checkmate. So even in positions when you're absolutely winning, you must be aware of tactical nuances. After queen to b5, white simply goes on and plays the move pawn to a4, and now there is simply no defense for black. After pawn to a4, if you go for rook takes c7, then rook takes e8 once again runs into the same back rank checkmate. If you go for queen takes c2 now, then after rook takes c2, there is this queen blockading the rook coming to the c file. So now rook takes e2 simply runs to queen takes e8, and this will be a checkmate very soon. So after this pawn to a4 move, what is a practical bet for black? He can play the move queen takes e4. This was what occurred in the game, and now rook to e4, and I would definitely say this is a star move because it once again attacks the queen and attacks the rook. After rook to e4, there is simply no defense. You cannot play queen takes c4 now because after rook takes c4, we are attacking the c8 rook and we are attacking this e8 rook. This is not good for black. So after rook to e4, black went on with queen to b5, and now we can play the move queen takes b7 because we are attacking this queen and there is no queen e2 for us to get checkmated with. So after the move queen takes b7, black resigned the game as there was simply nothing to do. Why? Well, this queen does not have anywhere for him to go. This a4 square is covered by the rook, the c6 square is covered by the pawn, and this d7 square is covered by the queen. So it might seem like a good idea to play rook takes c4, and now we simply don't even play queen takes b5. We'll simply go on with queen takes c8, and after queen e8, queen takes c8, rook takes c8, rook takes c8 once again runs into the same back rank checkmate. So, what have we learned in this video? If your opponent does not open up a lift for his black king like h6 or pawn to g6, we can immediately take advantage of this by deflecting this queen. So after the move bishop takes f6, white went on with queen to g4, queen to b5, queen to c4, queen d7 and queen c7. And the second lesson is black did not waste hope. He went on with queen to b5, and if you have blundered with queen takes b7, queen takes e2 would have won the game for black. So the second lesson is after pawn to a4, queen takes e4, rook to e4, try to bring all your pieces into the game. This queen was not the only one trying to checkmate black. This rook and this queen were involved in the attack of the black king. So after queen to b5, white simply went on with queen takes b7, and in this position, black simply resigned the game. Thank you for watching the video till the end, friends. I will be visiting you with more chess videos on opening chess traps, puzzles, in-game strategies very soon. So subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future content. Thank you and have a great day, friends.